Hey, welcome back, folks. So it's a few days after I did all the painting, so if you were following me before that, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're new to the channel or new to this video, then you might want to look at my other videos somewhere up here, wherever they get posted, or at the end. I'm still figuring that out. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. So today's episode is brought to you by Triumph. Not officially sponsored. I'm just having some fun with my Triumph. I don't know if anybody else out there has experienced this, but yeah. So anyway, I'll bring everybody up to speed. A little review if you're just joining, or I want to recap. So I painted both the pasture peg mounts and the rad guards on each side. Now, a few months ago, I also ordered this switch because my clutch safety switch, so much damn safety, fucked up, so my bike won't start. And that being said, it will start, sorry, if I roll start my bike, which looks awesome when you're downtown in front of a crowd of people, just saying. So moving forward, beyond that, I ordered that switch, but that whole assembly, like I discussed before, it comes as one from Triumph. You just can't get that piece by itself. So Triumph engineers, if you're listening to this, maybe for your newer models, you've addressed that issue because it wasn't cheap. Then I hooked up a ODB2 sensor, Bluetooth, to my Android, to my Samsung phone. The app works great. I'll do a review on that in a follow-on video once all this maintenance stuff is kind of summed up. This model of bike, as I was mentioning before, to see the map, the actual engine map of it, you need a cabled ODB2, so I ordered a cabled one. Haven't hooked it up yet. I'll get that done once I know the bike will start. So again, that'll be future videos coming up forward. So anyway, the ODB2 Bluetooth told me that I had a bad ground in my O2 sensor, so I said, you know what, screw it. The bike is a 2012, it's 2020, so it's 8 years of crud and shit that the O2 sensor's been exposed to. I can see why there'd be background. Anyway, the other day I was trying to loosen that off, and I'll wear this one. I should have did my research a little bit, heated it up, but it, maybe that would have helped. I don't know. She's pretty tight in there to be heating stuff. So needless to say, the O2 bolt broke, and now I'm faced with having to drop that part of the exhaust. In order to do that, I got to take the radiator off and the airbox, which is okay because I have a K&N filter coming in to put in my bike. If you're sitting there thinking if the filter is worth it, I feel it is, and this is why. Because 2 years ago, 2 years, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I put a new air filter in there and got it from the dealership, and I think it was $60. I want to say 60 or 60-ish dollars from the dealership. Ordering it online from Amazon is about the same price, so you're not really saving anything there. And now I have to replace it, so it's another 60 bucks. So in a 4-year time span, I will pay what it would originally cost me just to get a K&N, and K&N's guaranteed for 50,000 miles. So I'd say it's worth it, because after you buy the second air filter for your motorcycle, you've already paid for that K&N. You can wash the K&N filter, right? So I think it's a valued investment. Plus it claims to free up more ponies. I know people that have used them and they stand by that claim. That's not really why I bought it. That's a nice feature, but for me it was cost benefit analysis, and if I'm gonna have my bike, I don't plan on ever selling this bike. And I told my wife that before I married her, and she still married me. So right on, guys and gals out there that ride, make sure you get that prenup in there. I'm kidding, there's no prenup. More to follow on that. So again, the rad series, right? So I put that epoxy stuff on there. I put some old truck paint that I had from my old Chevy pickup, put it on there. I put clear coat on there, and that's dried up, it's hardened up, it's nice. I'm excited to see that. And in previous videos in this maintenance thing, while I was playing with the rad guards, I ended up draining my radiator. So my radiator is drained already, there's no rad fluid in it. So right now, if I want to do this bolt out thing correctly, this is what I got a bolt out extractor kit. In order to get in there, because of where the oil pan is sitting, like it's really tight. The extractor kit is not long enough. Even I have a tap and die set. I tried setting the tap in there, and because of the angle, it doesn't work. Like, I'm not gonna hit it straight on, and I'd rather not mess up this chance and or mess up my oil pan. So as mentioned before, there is some seepage that is happening, some wetness. It's not a major thing. I'm not having to add a bunch of fluid. It's not spewing out down the highway, but it is telling me that I will have to eventually replace those seals. So my plan is to get this bike going for this riding season, because it's already into August at the film when this video is being filmed right now, and there's not many months left here in Canada to ride. I might be lucky and get August and September, maybe into October. Thanksgiving, you're starting to look at putting bikes away, like at the very end. So it's already been down for about, this is week 8 with the part. I ordered the part about 8 weeks ago, almost 2 months ago now, and it hasn't come in. So I've lost 2 months of riding. I've been riding my wife's bike, so at least I'm still out there riding, but not my bike. So I figured I'd do some of these maintenance projects. I'm not right now in a good position to start mucking around with the engine and the seals. As you can see, my garage is a parking lot, and what that means is I can't leave parts out here. Not that it's an unsafe neighborhood, it's just exposed to the elements, and I just can't, like, you know, a lock only keeps an honest person away anyways. Again, not saying that we live in a horrible place, it's just I can't keep an eye on it, and I like my things where they are. So that being said, I'm going to take my rad off, take it inside, take my exhaust off, and actually get a good hit on this so I can do the threads, do the extractor correctly. I got a torch, I'm going to heat it up, do it properly, and not risk damaging any other part of my engine, because it's going to further delay this project. Because I got a notification my air filter is actually going to be in sooner than I think. So if I can get this back together, or at least get the O2 sensor, or my idealistic thinking is that my air filter is going to come in, and I'm going to get a phone call a couple days later from the dealership saying my other parts are in, and I'll be like, oh shit, I didn't do this. So anyway, I know I'm jumping around a bit, but so I'm going to drop my exhaust today. That's the goal. If I have enough time, we have some dinner plans there, so if I have enough time to get at that broken off O2 sensor, which is a pretty clean break honestly, so I just need a better angle to get at and tap it in and pull it out. So I'm going to do that, and then when I replace it, I'm not going to use factory gaskets or a gasket. I bought Permatex copper silicone gasket. I'll show you the packaging when I get to that stage. It's rated really well. I did some research on it. Talked to the tech staff at the parts store, and seemed to go good. For a tube of it here in Canada, it was $13. That is more than enough to do what I need to do here twice at least. So again, going back to my original point, my goal is to get my bike riding for the rest of this riding season, and then over the course of winter is to address the seepage. So change the oil pan gaskets, and change this gasket, this side cover gasket in there. So that's going to be over the winter goals. So I don't know if some of you might be scoffing at me saying you should use the exhaust gaskets. I'm like, the dealership's going to charge me probably 20 gasket, 60 bucks right there where I get a tube. I'm sure the tube is rated, it's rated for the temperatures. It's sensor safe. It's what other people with more horsepower and hotter engines run. So you know what's the worst case? I put it on there, it doesn't work, have to take it off again. It just makes me more familiar with the bike. At least I'll be able to do it faster a second time. Anyway, I'm gonna get to it. I'll get cracking on this here. I'm gonna take, the tank's already loose, it wasn't really set in, so I'm just gonna pull the tank off, set it down. I have my handy dandy Hayes manual if I run into some trouble, but it says to remove the airbox, and it makes sense because I'm gonna have to disconnect the fan, the electrical fan connection for the radiator, and then remove the guards. Radiator comes out pretty easy from what I see, and then the fun part will be the actual exhaust bolts. That might be the fan shroud there. I don't know where the electrical connection to the fan is. Sorry, I'm trying to make you guys see. This brings me back to working with my dad in the garage. Hold the light right here. No, not there, right in here. Like, hey Dad, not my eyes. Sorry, that's a little rant, I digress. That is not, where does that, where? Oh, does that? Oh yeah, it does go right there. Okay, so it is this clip. Alright. I think I could have got that from the other side. I don't know why I had to remove the airbox. Oh well. I just went by with the recommended factory settings there. Anyway, the throttle body, everything looks good. Otherwise, I'm going to plug those two holes up though right now. I don't like things that go into my engine. Platform. So they have to come in from this way. I think. Just flick that up. It's not really I have to flick it up and pull it. Pressing down on there, but that was not giving me the result. Well, I got half the tab there. Oops. So that's what I. Wow. What the hell? What's going on here? Oh, I see. Well, that kind of Okay, everybody, we're back. Had to go get a beverage break. So this is a beer you can buy in Quebec. It's raspberry flavored beer. It is made by McKellar, and brewed in Belgium. Anyway, it's not alcoholic. It's a hot day. Need a refreshing drink. It's pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna start taking off these hose clamps. Got my environmental spill kit. It doesn't fit. Oh, there goes that idea. Good thing I brought the other one. There we go. That'll work. Want to bet these are 6? Yep. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? Loose. Beautiful. So looking at the time right now, it's kind of mid-afternoon. Excuse me. Down there. I'm only going to get as far today this afternoon as it's taking the rat off. I think. Maybe not. I can change my mind. Let's see how long this takes. I want to spray the bolts and maybe let them sit overnight, and come back and hit it tomorrow. As I said, I'm in no big immediate rush to do the O2 sensor because I don't have it waiting. It's not like this is the only thing holding up my bike to ride it, so I might just take those tries here to see if I can pull one side through the other. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it's split like this. So imagine 2 halves. So all I've done on this one side is just pull the half through like that. So it's so there you go. And that's that. Yeah, the cable is now free of the radiator if I wanted to there. So that's what I'm talking about. And there, so all I did was start teasing one side back and out like that. So there we go. Just leave that on there. Just remind me to put that back on here, folks. Let's put it back. Okay. You know, maybe we'll get the exhaust off yet. That's really refreshing. That's good beer. Serre Limbo. I'm not sure what that means. My French is not that strong. But yes, when you have one of these bikes, you're like, I want to take this stuff off. To get this far into here, you're going to need an Allen key or a hex key. Don't know what size. Size here, this one. Maybe the size is on the key itself. Size 5. You're gonna need a 6 mil, a 7 mil, and an 8 mil. You want to take the radiator guards off? Those are 10s. there we go, folks. Rad's out. It really does now look quite naked. All right, so I'll explain what happened. So this one was pretty good to go. That one's got a nut stud on the bracket, so that came out of here. So that's threaded. This one up here is threaded, so that's this one. And this one's got a bolt, and this black thing's a little bolt cover, so that's pretty good. Like I said, there wasn't much rad fluid in there at all. Now I'm just gonna plug those holes up with the handy dandy I think you're still there, handy dandy paper towel. I'm gonna clean up this. Okay, let's bring everybody in here. So let's see what we got. There we go. That's what we got. There was where they once stood. I got that one lowly stud there. That's the next project. So I'll leave leave everybody right there. I'm gonna heat that up, put a pair of ice grips on there, and go to town. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna put this